Ganz herzlich willkommen, meine Lieben. Ich rede ganz schnell, denn hier wird gleich jede Menge gequatscht und dann komme ich nicht mehr zwischen.
But not yet afoot. How best to prepare for this romantic duel, this lusty joust, this contest of tit for tat, tete-a-tete, tic-tac, toe-to-toe. What options here will best help me win the hand, heart, and mind of my true love, Fialova? I might adjust the resolution. Yet even if I do, my personal resolve is always set to the maximum. One might say to the Maximilian, which is equivalent to 1,000.
Ich unterbreche ihn mal, denn er hört wirklich nicht auf.
I might also
You are a pervy, self-entitled creep. That's it. That's all. A creep.
I am, in the sense that I have crept into your soul as the morning light creeps through the crepuscular forest, so that you feel my dew-steaming fingers penetrating your eviscerated dreams, which, like palpitated polyps, might at any moment burst orgasmically.
I've asked you to leave me alone 100 times, and either you don't listen or you just don't fucking care. This isn't persistence. This is stalking.
Beides.
I lock the front door and so you come in through the fucking window? You scared the shit out of me, and you let out all the peacocks.
And I am grievously sorry for the loss of your pigeons.
Peacocks.
Every one of which is as treasured by me as is the entirety of your intellect and the aggregate of your élan vital.
I'm filing for a restraining order.
You would hold up a flimsy film of paper to halt a hurricane? You would try snag a gambolling gibbon with a paper bag and cage the raging lion in a pen of onion skin?
Nein.
I'm leaving town. Don't follow me.
Ehrlich?
Don't look for me. Don't even think of me ever again. I swear I'll have you arrested on sight.
I wonder what she meant by that. It is a strange come hither. But then Fialova is mystery embodied. She is whim and wonder all wound into one. Shall I pursue her as before? Or instead
Unbedingt.
drive through my own ribs the barbed hook of hope unfollowed, and so hoist myself like a side of beefcake to dangle in love's butcher shop window? I could ask father for his advice. He is quite sage on the matters of love.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what shall I do?
Ich weiß auch nicht.
Oh, where should I go?
Okay, ja. Wir spielen also, weil jetzt mal kurz nicht gequatscht wird, The Delusion of Maximilian Wurst. Ein ziemlich absurdes, irgendwie pythoneskes Spiel. Sehr pseudopoetisch. Ich fürchte auch, einiges an Wortwitz wird mir einfach entgehen. Aber hey, wir tun uns das mal an. Es ist eine Demo, die ist heute am 11. Mai erschienen. Wir haben hier gerade die Wahl zwischen Go to Father's House to seek advice, aber ich finde Abandon Pursuit of Fialova because she hates me muchly. Aber ich glaube, so schlau bin ich nicht, oder?
Oh, what an incredibly wise decision you have just made. To stop pursuing Fialova because you are selfless, a self-actualized sort of person.
Unbedingt.
Not a stalker, no, you're not a stalker type.
Genau.
Not you.
Nö. Oh. Eine Wahl habe ich also eigentlich nicht. Okay.
Time.
Jawohl, es ist übrigens ein
That old
2D-Plattformer.
covetous
Habe ich vergessen zu
crawling on
erwähnen.
all fours, but nearing too quickly, too sharkish for something
Okay.
appearing so sickly and poor. It is a con.
Aua.
His crippled
Warte, da war
condition.
noch so ein Männchen.
He is the
Ja.
great trickster, the grand moldering magician.
Das-
For even
so eine
as he
Bilder hier.
crumbles at the cornices, his plaster
Steuert sich auch
peeling,
nicht
his
gut.
stained windows breaking, his copper greening,
den kann
his
ich also
corpses
offenbar nicht ab.
flaking in lime, his cobblestones
ist doch
troughed
alles so
and
obszön
upcuffed.
einfach.
He is all the while time gaining
versucht es
time,
gar nicht diskret.
lengthening and strengthening and
Ah,
grinning
Mist.
in his rigor mortis whim.
Geht doch einfach nicht in den
Though
Mund,
he
ne?
licks at my neck and trips this progress of love, I will not be hindered.
Oh, nein,
He
nein,
does
aha.
not dissuade, for his huffing approach is a reminder of
Oh,
my
jetzt
remainder.
ist er mir in
I
den
smell
Dolch
in
gerannt,
his
ne?
breath the death of the narcissus flower.
aua,
I
Kopf.
taste in it my own future starvings. I sense the vegetal
Hütchen.
coolness of the
Fein.
grave, its twilight dew, and the tickle of flies that swarm like smaller starlings.
Ah ja.
I will die someday, and so will you, Fialova.
Kann ich immer gut erkennen, was man sammeln kann.
Rescue,
Ne?
to love and be with one another now, anew, in this fleeting whenever. Is it a chase to swim from tidal darkness to the bright respite of shore? Is it a chase to move toward tomorrow again? And if given the grace, forevermore? Is it a chase to seek food when hungry, knowledge when wallowed in doubt, or an aqueous oasis when lost in Saharan drought? These are not chases, no, despite how they may seem, but fractals of the cyclic whole, all indications of the simple forward roll of planet Earth along the oval track of God's heliocentric dream.
Ich hab's.
These are the headlong motions of being. I am not chasing you, Fialova, but I am merely breathing, drinking, eating, waking, and sleeping. Be not pursued, but be instead persuaded. For me to stop is to be uncreated. Look back at your lot and be not salty, nay. But let us reunite.
Ich komm schon gar nicht mehr mit, was er alles redet.
Escape it, and locked in joining groins, a groaning. Rock out naked.
Beide erwischt. Ist fertig. Okay. Lore. Okay. Hier geht die Geschichte weiter, oder? You can't go lower. That what? This was as low as it gets. Ein Wortspiel. Jetzt geht's nämlich wieder higher. Jawohl. Komm. Jawohl, jetzt sind wir wieder higher. Ja, okay. Was habe ich erwartet? Au. Da ist auch schon wieder so ein... Was ist das überhaupt? Ein eingerollter, nackter Mann, oder? Oh, ein Osterhäschen.
Oh, yes. Easter egg.
Ein Easter Egg.
Secret thing we've discovered.
Geil. Okay. Okay. Offenbar habe ich beliebig viele Leben. Das ist irgendwie beruhigend. No declaiming in symmetry. Okay. Dann muss ich woanders lang. Okay. Oh, kann er mir was tun? Probieren es mal aus. Ja, gut. Das ist... spielerisch ist das ein totaler Ausfall, aber das ist echt witzig. Das ist eher so ein Anti-Spiel. Ja, gut. You have earned the pleasure of reading 11 lines from a sonnet by Maximilian Wurst. Ob ich das will? Rod of forlorn wisdom gripped in hand. I watched her bottom line recede from...
Oh my, that is quite a turn of phrase. I have not seen such use of the English language since, shall I say it, Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Oh, I love this. This is fine. This is genius. This is really good.
Ich glaube, ich kann es gar nicht vorlesen, weil die ganze Zeit babbelt.
It's like somebody else wrote it. It's like some other
Lest euch durch.
And then signed my name to it. It's fantastic.
Okay, wir können offenbar noch mehr Zeilen finden, aber ich finde, wir machen mal weiter, ne?
Well, I know it's made for a woman, but I wonder if it's strong enough for a man.
Father, once again, the sun darkens your doorway.
Damn.
You look surprised to see me.
I feel surprised to know you.
I am here to pick your brain.
A strangely formal way for a vulture to start his meal.
Whatever is grandmother raging about today?
Shrinkflation. Although personally I think 900 milligrams of Adderall is still more than enough for a single day. But what do I know?
Father, I seek counsel on a matter of love. Fialova resists my overtures.
And if she can't get past the overture, how will you ever introduce the first act?
Exactly.
Listen, Max, I was rather hoping you'd drop this Fialova business on your own, but I suppose I have no choice but to let you in on a little family secret.
Oh.
It will be a bitter pill to swallow. Perhaps you should vet a path for it. Here, drink this.
poison.
Oops, it is. Quick, dilute it with this.
It's the same poison.
Did I not pour from a different bottle? What was I thinking?
I am intoxicated.
Only time will tell if it's a fatal dose or if I should serve you 3 the next time you visit.
What does that mean?
It means we must be patient, Max. Now walk with me. I have a tale to tell.
Okay.
In my youth, I was the wildest of bucks, the buckiest of bucks, and I walked to my heart's content. Yes, I did quite a bit of bucking, and it was during that period of balls to the wall buckery that I met Fialova's mother.
Sie. Okay. Was passiert hier? Ah. Okay. Geht das so? Da hängt eine Wurst. Wolltest du erwähnt haben. Gut, dass ich gelegen habe. Oh Mann. Hier wahrscheinlich auch, ne? Es gab doch diese Spiele damals, ne? Das waren so Kammern, ich glaube mit Wasser. Da muss man aufdrücken, um die Männchen hinzulegen und wieder aufrichten zu lassen. Ah, was ein Scheiß hier. Okay, hier scheine ich zumindest kein Leben verlieren zu können. Oh Mann. Ihr seid echt nicht besonders nett zu mir. Okay, das ist meine liebe Katze. Muss ich dem eventuell auch mal ausweichen, oder wie ist das? Das schaffe ich gar nicht so schnell. Oh. Ob das gut geht? Wir werden es rausfinden. Oh mein Gott. Ich weiß nicht, warum ich...
The beast with 2 backs. And that requires beasts for the engagement. That night we were beasts
Genau mein Humor.
indeed. I remember the farmyard smell
Boah,
of her
eines Fünfjährigen.
the sound of her groaning like a back-broken Neanderthal. The feel of her nails hooking my fishy flesh so that I couldn't shake her off any more than I could spit up.
Ich kann hier gar nicht zuhören. Ja, ich hoffe, es ist nicht wichtig. Eine Wurst und es sieht noch problematischer aus als beim letzten Mal. Ich hoffe, es ist eine Wurst. Er wollte mir gerade was sagen.
She knew our wrestling match was the roaring blaze that kept it all at bay. And that even if our fire burned us, we must let ourselves be burned. For just a few feet away was the closing void. And we could only stave it off by fucking. Because there was nothing fucking else to do. My point is, my night with Fialova's mother was quite a divertissement. I remember the date precisely, August the 9th. And I'll tell you why I do. Though her mother left the country shortly thereafter, I later received word of Fialova's birth.
Mist. Er war gerade mal... Oh, lass mich doch einfach mal durchgehen.
In Carlsbad.
Okay, Karlsbad, okay.
Though Fialova moved to the city only last year, it was the first time I had seen her. And it was quite a shock too. For it was as if her mother had returned, having aged not a minute since that sultry night 27 years ago that I double-banged her. Surely, at this point, son, you must be following me.
Ich hab's ja versucht. Nee, wir machen
Actually,
weiter.
Father, I haven't understood a word you've said.
Stop trying to fuck Fialova.
Okay.
Impenetrable.
That's another way of putting it, yes.
I am referring to your speech, old man. Word salad, followed by a steaming bowl of mumbo-jumbo gumbo.
You're going to hate the final course. It's just desserts.
Enough of this blather about the devil jonesing for needle-sharp chandeliers. When did you become completely senile?
2 weeks ago, it was quite the event. I had it catered.
I must find myself an advisor less aged and addlepated than you. Wait, of course. Fialova's aunt, Variabelle. She is a great thinker, a scientist, and respected inventor. Although, perhaps a bit less respected ever since she claimed to have built a time machine. I'll bet she wishes she could unmake that announcement to the scientific community.
Well, if she hasn't built a time machine that works, then she can't unmake it, and so she might wish for it. But if she has, then she didn't.
Ja.
And so she doesn't.
Yes, she will do for me better than you. She is supremely educated and clever, and, more importantly, is likely to be a wellspring of women's intuition.
Ooh, she'll really enjoy you asking her about her women's intuition.
Agreed. And so I will seek the guidance, extempore, of Variabelle, that lady of temporal science, who knows Fialova's temperament of temerity nearly as well as I do. What recursive culminations might be gleaned between a Frankenstein with the dream of a time machine and a libertine with the means to be a love machine.
Yeah, you're really going to fucking hate how this ends.
Ich glaube auch. Okay. Leave her alone because she finds me. Ja. Das hätte ja beim letzten Mal schon nicht geklappt. Aber wir versuchen es wieder,
Some
oder?
people might have continued to pursue Fialova. Selfishly. Stalkingly, but not you. No, you are such an incredibly wise and kind individual.
Okay, ist ja dasselbe.
Look at you. Oh, you're so wise. Oh, you're so good. You are so good. So good.
Danke fürs Kompliment, aber so war es nicht.
Adieu,
gemeint.
Papa.
Ah, okay.
Adieu. I shall order
Okay.
diapers for you. Egad! But what is this?
Steht da
I discern a
Estefania.
distinctly
Oh.
familiar devil of an
Waffe.
Adonis. A non-spermatic bag of penis, who, in a singular multiplicity, respawns himself again and again via some
Well,
forceless form of
echt übel zu steuern.
parthenogenesis. Yes, it is none other than my forsworn nemesis,
Da kann ich
that
den auch
bronzed
mit
and brawny, crudely
den Maustasten
handsome,
steuern.
moneyed missing link, Chadwick.
Ja, das
von
geht. Okay.
Geswollen Dink. Oh, that the Maxes should be so taxed by these blasted Chadwickses.
Would you
Oh.
shut the fuck up, Max?
Ah, einfach Gas geben. Ah, es ist so herrlich absurd. Aua. Und wir sind hier auch wieder leere Rücksetzpunkte. Ich mach's jetzt mal nicht auf Vollständigkeit. Wir wollen ja einfach nur die Titel sehen, ne?
Where was I?
Den
oh,
vollen
yes.
Genuss.
Bad Land Chadwick.
Ihr wisst Bescheid. Oh,
Surprise.
ja!
Extra special thing.
Half-wit Hippomenes, who tosses kettlebells instead of golden delicious pursuits.
Bin ich aber wieder am
But
Anfang.
forsooth, so too Fialova has confused her forbidden fruits, as if in her
okay.
escape she could strew a few sour grapes
Heute
and thus
noch ein Kopf.
elude me,
Meine
who
Güte.
bears for her such a horn of plenitude. And how can I but fume that I should be denied an Eden?
Ja,
All because the
ich hab den
apple
Hinweis
of my
nicht gelesen.
eye,
Ich hoffe, er war
whom
nicht
God
wichtig.
beget to be eaten,
Oh, die war
refuses
hübsch.
to be equally consumed. Oh, I am another Adam, who was first aggrieved in all creation, but even worse aggrieved than him. For I have not
Ach,
yet
komm,
come upon the
muss doch
eve
gehen.
of my consummation.
You are just such a fucking idiot.
Ja, schon. Ich hab dich auch lieb. So, jetzt muss er aber mal weitergehen, oder? Aren't you projecting? Oder was stand da? Ja. Mann, was ist denn da? Steht das Problem an der Stelle
To
nicht?
continue, though my Fialova is pure and all unsacriléged and would not play the winking mink, I am too
Bestimmt.
sure she'd not abjure from carnal knowledge of this boorish whore, Chadwick von Guess
Ah,
what?
wir haben es geschafft diesmal.
Oh, how
Hallo,
foolish
Lady.
even witful women are, who can't but let
darf
their
wahrscheinlich hier
loins
nicht diese
so
Flamme, ne?
lure them to the lair of
Oh,
fit,
Mist.
priapic losers with such thick pomaded hair and even thicker dicks. It isn't fair.
Holy shit. Blah, 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 blah.
Ja. Oh Mann, das kann sich hier noch ein bisschen ziehen, fürchte ich. Zum Glück unterhält er uns. Ah. Gut, also das reine Spiel ist ungeil. Da würde ich das, glaube ich, keine 5 Minuten mitmachen. Aber der Humor ist herrlich.
I believe I was about to say, when I have my Venus alone again, I must impress on her the notion that it's not the size of the boat, but
Oh, Mann.
rather the poetic emotions, and that even a man who is hardly hung, and who, at his maximal inflation, has a micro prick at most, can still use his tongue to bring a woman to great oratorical exaltation, via a probing, and sometimes circling, post-disappointment conversation.
Come on, Max. What the hell?
Das ist nicht gut. Das ist echt nicht gut. Da darf gerne ein bisschen nachgebessert werden. Ah.
Fire! 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 Fire!
Ah, Mann. Ja, komm, komm, komm. Okay, jetzt haben wir hoffentlich auch mal einen neuen Rücksetzpunkt. Ah, komme ich jetzt wieder raus? Okay, das ist gut. Damit kann ich leben. Sag mal. So. Ah. Die Blumen, sind die auch gefährlich? Aber wo soll ich denn lang? Das ist die Idee. Oder nur die Orangenen. Ja, nur die Orangenen. Okay. Okay, geschnallt. Von der Seite, glaube ich, komme ich nicht rein, ne? Ja, doch. Okay, gut geschafft. Hier war ich ja schon. Oh, ich war schon dicht vorm Ziel, wie es aussieht. Okay. Kann ich euch... Ja, kann ich. Gut. Stand da? Ah, hab's nicht gesehen. War hoffentlich nicht wichtig. Oh. Aha, okay, komm, wieder in die Richtung. Aua. Oh, was war das? Ah, okay. Ja, du warst das hier. So. Ein Problem weniger. Und ja, ich nenne dich ein Problem. Oh, jetzt passiert das ohne mein Zutun. Kann ich da lang? Oh, Hundi. Oh. Oh, wir sind ganz schön... Ach, jetzt schießt sich Hundekuchen. Okay. Auch von mir aus. Was immer euch glücklich macht. Nee, darauf falle ich nicht nochmal rein. Floor. Oh, was war das? Hätte der wieder gefeuert? Boar. Das... Ja, doch. Darf sein. Gleich nochmal. Ja. Really. Obwohl die Entkleidung war jetzt so nicht geplant. Sorry dafür. So, aber jetzt müssen wir hier auch weiter, wie es aussieht. Und hoffentlich hat der Dödel kein Ei hinterlassen. Er hat's versucht. Aber nicht mit mir. Oh, armes Kind. Hoffentlich war keins drin. Ja, komm. Aderlass, okay. Ich brenne. Ist, glaube ich, nicht gut. Nee. Komme ich dann da rüber? Vielleicht mit mehr Schwung? Nee. Oder... Nee. Das ist immer so. Den anderen Weg finden, wie es aussieht. Ja, wahrscheinlich, ne? Oh nein! Okay. Och nee! Es ist auch nicht so, dass es ein Vergnügen wäre, wie jetzt bei Super Meat Boy, wo man nur die richtige Strategie knobeln muss. Das passiert ja alles total willkürlich. Und das nervt dann schon ein bisschen. Wenn ich davor abspringe, könnte das klappen. So. Nee. Er springt dann einfach nicht, wenn er beschleunigt. Ah, jetzt hat's geklappt. Okay, gut. Will wir jetzt nochmal hin? Nee, natürlich nicht. Aber ich darf hier. Okay, das ist fair. Das ist fair. Ah. Ah. So, ich hätte ich gerne. Ah, jetzt bin ich schon durch. Okay. 9 von 12, okay. Ich kann auch schießen. Es geht auch mit der Maustaste, merke ich gerade. Okay.
Reginald, I have written the greatest novel of all time.
Ah, I'm excited to read it, provided it's not a story about an artist who thinks his work is being ignored because he happens to be rich.
It's a story about an artist whose work is being ignored because...
Ah, fuck.
Listen, I really have written a most powerful indictment of modern society.
As powerful as your last novel, the one about the guy who felt emasculated because his wife was a better chess player. What was the title of that again?
Stop, Rook, and listen. That novel should have leapt into instant fame, much as a pawn leaps from one end of the board to the other.
Wow.
This novel reveals just how difficult it is to be a wealthy, upper-class genius in a world that cares only about the victims of systemized bigotry. I call it a poor time to be rich.
You really suffer for not suffering at all.
Exactly. Just because I wasn't born an orphan in the slums of Bombay,
Mumbai.
I will not be mum. And don't call me boy.
I worry that you might come across like a fop. One who's outraged at losing his unmerited privileges.
Privileges?
The silver spoon is still in your...
Take this. Privileges?
Listen, Max, I'd love to discuss this further, but I have a self-defenestration scheduled for the moment you leave my office.
Wait, I also wanted to speak to you about the publishing of my epic poem, The Passionate Shepherd to His Sheepish Love.
That's the bestiality title I've ever heard.
Thank you.
I thought there was a court order preventing you from writing poetry again.
That was all a misunderstanding. My chapbook just had a few typos in it.
You were charged with libel because of typos?
An outrage, yes. It was a wonderful poem, too, about the stillness of tantric sex. The line in question was supposed to be printed as, budge gently as a racy basis.
Instead, it was printed as...
Judge Bentley is a baby rapist. Listen, this is why I want you to take charge of my epic. A real publisher won't make such egregious printing errors.
I trust this new poem doesn't start with the pronoun I.
I?
I. Most poems that start with I tend to be masturbatory.
This poem is far from masturbatory. It's...
A
Okay. Play the level and find out 12 points to use. Okay. The sweetest pleasures are those who are hardest to be won. Okay. Ja, das wäre in der Tat schön, aber wir spielen ja immerhin nur die Demo, ne? You have reached the end of this demo. I, the developer, thank you for your indulgence and hope you enjoyed the hijinks and hijank. Überwiegend, ja. With your support, the game will be completed for better, but not for worst. Schön. Deshalb Wurst. Wurst. Schön. Okay, ja.
The game is at hand, but
Okay, jetzt komme ich schon wieder nicht mehr dazwischen.
How best to prepare for this romantic duel, this lusty joust, this contest of tit for tat, tat-a-tat, tick-tack, toe-to-toe.
Okay.
What options here will best help me win the hand, heart, and mind of my true love, Fialova? I might adjust the resolution. Yet even if I do, my personal resolve is always set to the maximum. One might say to the Maximilian.